Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Ba'asham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, pushing this 100% truth of the gospel, waking up and sealing the elect of the nation of Israel through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, and salutation to all you sincere Akimah that are pushing this gospel in righteousness and sincerity, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. Alright, so what we're going to go into is something that is very important in this truth, which is prayer. Specifically, praying over the food that we eat. When I speak about food, I'm speaking about the physical food that we eat every day in order to gain nutrients. I know the spirit just hit me recently that with this Christmas holiday coming up, the season of high level wickedness, it's coming up this December all the way up to January. I just wanted to make this video as sort of a reminder, a warning, and also a self-rebuke, because I often forget to pray over my food, which is something that is very important in this truth for various reasons. And the first reason being that you got our food, having all kinds of chemicals, preservatives, basically all kinds of poisons going into the prophecy that were written up in the book of Ezekiel. That's the 4th chapter. I'll jump down to the 13th verse, and it reads, Ezekiel 4 verse 13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their bread among the Gentiles. Let me start over from the beginning. Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And this is going into how Yahweh Bashmi Yahweh made the prophet Ezekiel to eat cow dung. And now you might say, ew, that's disgusting. And maybe I just read it, go up a little bit and just read that part. So, okay. Let me see. Let me go up a little bit. So, okay. Looking for it. Okay, so okay, yeah. That was I was looking for it at the top. It was actually at the bottom. Right, Ezekiel chapter 4, verse, and I'll continue from verse 14. Then said I, Yahweh of power, behold, my soul hath not been polluted from my youth up even till now. Have I not eaten of that which dieth of itself, or is torn in pieces, and that come there abominable flesh into my mouth? Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given thee cow's dung for man's dung, and thou shalt prepare thy bread therewith. So the Most High commanded the prophet Ezekiel to eat cow's dung in order to be a representation of how our people in this time would also be eating the exact same types of food. And as I was saying before, you could say that, that's disgusting, that's you could say all kinds of things, but guess what? In this time, we are doing the exact same thing. Okay, you have, it just shows you, the state of the planet right now. So because today when we eat all these fast foods, whole foods, organic, all the crap that we eat, it's just that crap. That's why it goes right through you, from your mouth all the way to the toilet. No nutrients for your body to take in, which is why it is relevant to pray to Yahweh Bashmi Yahweh to preserve us even as we are eating poison. Because if you have any faith in the scriptures, you will know that it is our power that gives health and nourishes after all. So let me get another precept. That should be the book of First Corinthians. It's funny because the next reason for praying to the Most High over our food is also in the book of First Corinthians. So this is the book of First Corinthians chapter 10 verse 31, and it reads, whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatever ye do all to the glory of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. So whenever we eat, whenever we drink, we give thanks to our power. We thank Him for the food, and we also ask Him to bless the food that we're eating, so that anything that's the Esau has put in that food to poison you, defile our to defile these temples, we pray over it so that the most I can put the blessing on that food. All right, so basically going into the next piece that I have, First Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 19, and it reads, "What say I then, that the idol is anything, or that which is that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything? But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High. And I would not that you should have fellowship with devils." And that right there is the second reason. The most of these foods that we eat, they have been sacrificed to the devil, to Esau, Edom, to all the idols that these are, that not just our people, but even the heathen as well worship. Now you may say, "I don't celebrate Christmas, I don't eat any of these holiday dinners, or join in the mirth of your family members in the world." But that is not all. That's not all. That's not where it stops. Okay, the food sacrificed to idols isn't just limited to what people eat during these holidays or anything like that, because there is nowhere in the world where Christmas isn't going to be celebrated. There's all these, and there's nowhere in the world where there aren't there aren't high holy days that don't go back to the scriptures, that are basically pagan worship. And then you see the stores having all these sales to commemorate those holy days, those holidays that go back to pagan worship in the stores. The stores are adjusting their prices for different holidays. You have Christmas, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, and Black Friday, which is the most recent one that's going on right now. Put Christmas themed wrappers or logos on their food stuff. And when you buy those things, what do you think you are buying? You're buying food dedicated to an idol, Santa Claus, for that Christmas, whatever you call him. So you pray over the food, man. All right, you pray over it, so that you pray over the food. They don't give don't give the Most High a reason. Don't give the Most High a reason to be to get on you or to judge you, because because you ate what foods dedicated to idols without praying over it. And then by just eating this and just by eating these foods without being certain of what spirits are in them, and that is even another reason right there. And because you don't know what kinds of spirits have been put into this food, because us as a people now, the Israelites, we can't produce our own foods to eat, even in their own even in our own even in the countries that are filled with jake, or mostly jake. You can look it up. Many of the countries that are filled with our people still have Edomite farmers in them. Countries like Haiti and South Africa, which is part of the curses, Deuteronomy 28 verse 48, that you shall go to your enemy for want of all things. And Slacky, I have to get that. Let me just make doubly sure that that's where the precept is in Deuteronomy 28 verse 48, and it reads, "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send thee against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness." Hunger and thirst for what? The scriptures, the understanding of who we are as a people, right? Not knowing who we are as a people, not knowing what we not knowing where we came from, where we are going, because all these Israelites in the world that don't want to admit or accept the fact that they are Israelites, guess what? They don't have any future, right? They barely even have a past. Because you call yourselves Africans, but and that is me just going into a completely different subject right there. So I'm just going to just come out to the point that I'm trying to make. All right, and you don't know where the food that you are eating has been, what kind of unclean poison or garbage these devils have put in it to make you go off, or even just to poison you. So what do? You pray over the food that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai may have mercy on you, and you also try to eat better and improve your diet, which is why the brothers and elders always go into these various things, foods that are good for you, foods that can heal, the healing herbs, foods that can detoxify, because those are very important. All right, and all praises are going on to Yahweh Basham Yahushai that I recently started going into detoxification. All right, so I'm just going to end it here. Just wanted to do a brief lesson concerning the importance of praying over your food. And I'm also going to do another lesson, going into a prayer that you can pray over your food. So with that, I'm just going to end it there. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh, Ba'asham Rachak Wadash, Wa Abad Babal, and through the Spirit, I will be Akiam and you Aqua for edified. Shalom.